Alright, what's going on, guys? From the project, back at it again, in here for another video. Of course, I'm not alone. I got my buddy, my brother, Boston fan.
Brother David, what's
Yes.
going on? Thank you
Come
for
back.
making your video a part of my day.
Exactly. Thank you for being a part of my channel.
Absolutely. It's my pleasure. Always ready to help the community out, especially my brothers.
Exactly. So, what we're here for today, as you can see from the title down below, a video response to our good buddy, our other brother, Mr. Simonnicolhd HD, basically talking about some positives and negatives going on in WWE right now.
Yeah, the negatives. We need to focus on the negatives.
Yeah.
Because Simon, I swear to God, Simon was a little bit too uppity in his positives video.
Yeah.
No offense, S&D. You know, I love you like a brother. You are my brother from another mother, but tell you what, or I'm sorry, brother from another daddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, let's get going. David's going to do the positives according to him.
Right.
I'm going to do the negatives, well, according to me, because right now I think there's a whole lot more negatives than positives. And I got to tell you, to anybody out there, in all honesty, in all out of respect, to the people that say, oh, that's all you do is talk negative, well, figure it. You know, I mean, do the math, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not all so uppity when it comes time for WWE.
Yeah.
I mean, we do like it, but it doesn't mean we have to agree with everything that's going on.
And Mr. Positive isn't always Mr. Positive.
Exactly. So, David, it's your video, it's your channel. Brother David, get us started, bro.
Alright, so I'll start things off now. I couldn't really exactly find 10, so basically I'm going to wing it as is. If I find 10 right off the top of my head, that's fine. But starting things off now with the positives, getting that out of the way. Right now with the Cruiserweight division, I think that's really cool that we do have that back in WWE, and having to see that be brought back on Raw and having its own thing and everything. That's been really cool, seeing those guys do their thing there, having the Cruiserweight title come back and everything. So it's kind of different from what we're used to, how it used to be on SmackDown, that's for sure. So it has its own identity. So far as of right now, it is only on Raw. Hopefully soon to be on SmackDown at both brands, but that remains to be seen. So there's one positive there going for you. Another one still is NXT. Another one, their alternative and everything, even though there's some negatives there at the same time. But yeah, NXT is still a really good thing. We got the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic this month. That's still going on near the end, actually. So each and every October, we get to see the tag teams come in and be able to fight it out and everything. Of course, we got NXT takeovers. The upcoming one, Toronto, which I'll be back for this one. So we'll be doing our live reactions for that, so that'll be cool. So that's another positive. The women's division, probably the best it's ever been as of right now.
Absolutely, because, and here's the thing. I want to throw this in because everybody out there needs to listen to me. Okay? The women's division is great. It really is. I don't care if you're watching SmackDown. I don't care if you're watching Raw. Okay? The bottom line, we have Hell in a Cell tomorrow. Okay? Live on the WWE Network. So tune into it. And the main event for the Hell in a Cell is Charlotte Flair, the queen of the WWE, the queen of the city, takes on the boss in her hometown of Boston, Massachusetts, Sasha Banks. And people are bitching up and down the road about this being the main event. I, for one, don't have a problem with it. I, for one, think it's a little innovative. Oh, but then the excuse. Let's talk about the excuse. Oh, WWE is copying TNA. Well, guess what?
Not exactly.
Yeah, not exactly. But here's the thing. TNA and WWE feed off of each other, okay? So why is this a bad thing? Oh, because, you know, we're, you know, pro-cisgendered males that have to be out there and defending the male species, not willing to give a woman a chance. But when you have
kind of like old school, if you ask me now.
Yeah, but the thing is, when you have two great female athletes, two great characters, two great of the top females in the WWE right now.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks and Charlotte. How can you go wrong with that? Okay?
Exactly.
I think, personally, it's not going to get as extreme. A lot of people think it doesn't need to be inside of a Hell in a Cell, but I welcome the Hell in a Cell for both of these women. It may not get like The Undertaker versus Mankind, or Mankind versus Triple
Not
H.
like they're gonna throw each other off the cell.
Right, or Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker. Nothing like that. But if they do sport a little bit of blood, a little bit of that crimson, then more power to them. And if they bash each other into that steel fencing for the Hell in a Cell, great. I welcome it. Okay? So, you know what? To all you male, chauvinistic, cisgender, stereotypical males out there, give a girl a chance. I guarantee you this is probably going to be a really good match. Nothing like SummerSlam. I know it's going to be nerve-wracking for the both of them, but it's going to be something different. And you need to think outside the box, which is one of the things that we've all been talking about that WWE needs to do. They need to think outside the box. So, David, thank you for giving me the time to get that off my chest.
Of course.
Back to you.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking forward to that. That should be interesting. It being, of course, we'll be seeing the second time main eventing on Raw for women's side of things. First time main eventing on the pay-per-view, which will most likely happen. So I'm sure they'll probably have some really cool ideas already, looking to do some really innovative stuff for Hell in a Cell. So another thing could be a little bit in the middle, the brand split. I think still is a good thing, having that be brought back. We have Raw and SmackDown, basically. Team Raw is red, and of course Team SmackDown is blue again, which is cool. In a way, the stages are kind of different, but yeah, the brand split actually has its ups and downs, but it has been actually a good thing separating the roster, especially now for SmackDown being such an exciting show now that it's live.
But at the same time, on that same token, as a positive of the brand split, more people are getting opportunities. Like for me, I didn't ever think I'd see Becky Lynch as the women's champion, and she's the women's champion on SmackDown, and she's had a good little feud with Alexa Bliss, in my opinion. So yes, opportunities are what remains is what it is with the brand split. It comes with the brand split, it comes with the territory. And yes, it is indeed a good thing.
Right. So, as of right now, I mean, off the top of my head, that's pretty much most of the positives that I have. I don't know if you want to go with your positives before we get into negatives.
The bottom line at the end of the day, no matter how you look at it, and when I've been watching a little bit of WWE Network. I watched, of course, this morning, I watched the Hell in a Cell with Mankind versus The Undertaker. And the thing is, it just makes me feel, honestly, like this is why I'm a fan. Positive or negative, I will never leave and desert WWE. I like professional wrestling. I like sports entertainment. Okay? I mean, honestly, why would I have figures on my wall? Why would I have why would I waste my time making the belts if I didn't like it? I mean, seriously, I love this stuff. I don't always agree with it, but, if I had to think of positives about WWE, yes, the brand split, the women's division, the cruiserweight, even though the cruiserweight division does need work. I was talking about this one thing with Jimmy Dangerously. Big shout out to Jimmy Dangerously, a.k.a. Portugal. I think the WWE needs a luchador program and bring in like maybe a lucha libre championship belt, in my opinion. It'll expand. But at the same time, like with what Simon was saying, the WWE Network, stuff on the WWE Network, I think is absolutely great.
There's a lot of great content on
there. There is a lot of great content, David. And so, and then the entrance musics. The entrance musics, as what Simon was saying, I agree. The CFO or the CFOs are doing a marvelous job with the entrance music.
Yeah.
A lot of the other positives, I mean, it's always on. It's always accessible for whatever it is that you want to watch.
Yeah. I was going to get into another one, speaking of opportunities for jobbers now, especially with James Ellsworth.
James
A
Ellsworth.
guy like him, who knew he could be in the main event facing AJ
I love
Styles
that, okay? I mean, it's Barry Horowitz 2.0.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's great.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's kind of like that little bit of Colin Delaney to it, too.
Yeah, and so the WWE is constantly making strides, okay? Yeah. The tag teams are better than they've ever been, okay? The tag team division, I love it, okay?
Yeah.
You know, and no matter who it is, you know, the Usos, you know, American Alpha, even putting Rhino and Heath Slater together, it's entertaining, okay? Yeah. They're an entertaining group, okay? And I'll even go as far as to say I still like the Ascension. They're not doing good.
They are doing a lot better on
They're
SmackDown.
doing better on SmackDown, okay? So I do see positives. Their WWE is still entertaining us. But to me, in my opinion, and this is what I'm going to get into, there are more negatives than positives. Right. And maybe there are some positives that can come out of the negatives. Who knows? Yeah. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, here are my top 10 negatives.
That
and David,
be deleted.
They delete, obsolete, delete, obsolete. Okay, so the first one on my list, using old talent to boost the ratings. David?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. They do that a lot. As cool as it is seeing guys come back, and even if for a little bit, at least have it where they can have like a Legends deal or something like a video game like 2K17, especially for Goldberg to come back and then have that one last match. That's cool. So I think doing that is fine with me.
Yep. And this is something that it's like beating a dead horse. David, 3 hours of Raw is way too much.
Yes, it is. And I actually find myself to be like distracted at times, especially when there's that filler towards maybe the middle or so, depending on where they put it.
Yeah, you got laundry to do, you got dishes to do, go do them, because 9 times out of 10 you're not going to miss anything.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's like watching the pay-per-view each and every Monday.
Well, that's just it. Too many pay-per-views is my number 3 pick. Too many of them goddamn pay-per-views.
And there's still more coming. We got Raw now. Has its own branded pay-per-views.
Yep, and SmackDown, and then plus we've got the cross-branded pay-per-views. Yeah. Survivor Series, Royal Rumble.
Elimination Chamber is supposed to be coming back.
Is that really?
Yeah, that's for what I heard. So,
well,
pay-per-views like that looking to be as specials now. It's going to be on the lookout then.
Okay, in at number 4, not keeping up with the new and old docs on the WWE Network.
Yeah. They should definitely do that with all the amount of documentaries that they do have. At least the documentaries, that's fine too, even if they can have all the matches together in one thing as a separate thing. That's right. Better too.
In at number 5, they don't live stream Raw or SmackDown on the network.
That's one thing I don't get.
But they can stream live a motherfucking pay-per-view, but you can't do it with a Raw or SmackDown, despite the fact that I do know it's on the USA Network, but still, why can't, for the people that don't have cable, why in the goddamn hell can you not put Raw or SmackDown going live on the WWE Network? I will never understand that to save my life.
It's weird. At least have the replay right afterwards. I mean, that would make a little bit more sense.
That would be a little bit more sensible
because it takes forever, which is weird.
But dude, Hulu. Let's look at Hulu.
But they put it up right away.
Yeah, Hulu has SmackDown and Raw up the next day. But their own network, they can't do that? I mean, bro, I don't understand that. I really don't. I mean, it's dumb. It is dumb.
They should take notes from Hulu.
Hashtag dumb. Okay, in at number 6, Kevin Dunn. Go see Levi, Thrash Maniac 99 about that one, but I think enough can be said about Kevin Dunn.
It's John o'clock.
Yeah. Okay, number 7, and I'm sorry, but the shared GMs need to go. I can't stand those goddamn shared GMs.
Well, I will say this, especially for SmackDown, I think it would be cool now since Daniel Bryan is in this thing with The Miz. I'd say since he's still basically cleared to come back, but they really won't let him, and then have a feud with The Miz and stuff like that, even if it's for not the title and stuff. I think that would be pretty cool just to get him back out there in the ring, even if it's for a little while. Doesn't have to be full time either with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, have just Shane and then Stephanie, or just Stephanie and Triple H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I'm sorry, I don't like Daniel Bryan being in charge. I don't like, I respect the hell out of him. I love Mick Foley, but he should not be a GM on SmackDown. I mean, on Raw.
Yeah, another thing too, I don't know if you have this on your list for negative, but I was going to say like 50-50 booking has been a really annoying thing.
I think it has, and no, it's not on the list, but that's a bonus. Yeah. That is a bonus coming straight from David. Okay? The 50-50, shared booking.
Yeah, especially with seeing the repeated matches over and over. Yeah, it's fun to see it, but after a while it just gets old, and there's so much you can really do with these type of matches. Seeing it each week, the same match over and over.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, in at number 8, too many near fall finishes when finishers are used. When did it become cool that a person uses their finisher, but let's kick out at 2? I mean, back in the old days, okay, Hogan would use his leg drop, okay? Macho Man, he'd fly off the top rope, hit his elbow drop.
And that was it.
It's Jake the Snake Roberts. He would put the DDT on. The Undertaker would use his tombstone, and then it'd be 1, 2, 3, you're done. Okay? Finishers meant something, bro.
I will say this, it can depend on certain superstars. It doesn't have to be for everybody. Like, especially towards, like, an end of the match or something, then I think that would be necessary.
Hell yeah.
As desperation.
In at number 9, not enough managers. I really don't think there's enough managers around.
We only got a few.
Because back in the day...
Lana now, Maurice, not that many.
Not that many. And especially, they're not ones that'll ever be great.
No.
Great. Back in the day, you had Miss Elizabeth, you had the Grand Wizard, you had classy Freddie Blassie, you had Jimmy Mouth of the South Heart, you had Bobby Heenan, you had Mr. Fuji. Okay? I mean, these managers will go down in history and are in the legendary books of the WWE.
Yeah.
But Maurice, Lana, I'm sorry, but they are never going to be legendary status. Not in my opinion, anyway. And I don't know how you feel about that.
No, yeah, there's definitely not that many. We could use some more. Hopefully we'll get some, but we'll see.
I mean, Paul Heyman, yes, the guy is legendary. I mean, if I had to use my head, I would put him in the Hall of Fame tomorrow. I love Paul Heyman, okay? Because Paul Heyman, Smash Mouth, doesn't take any crap, and he is that type of manager. But the rest, Sensational Sherry, Miss Elizabeth, you don't have these people anymore. Last one, bad booking for popular superstars. Example, Bray Wyatt, okay? Yeah. I mean, this dude talks the talk, he walks the walk, but he jobs to Kane. The dude jobs to Kane. Why?
Doesn't make sense.
He's a great character. And they book him like crap. And if I had, let's see here.
It's a great stable that he has, too. And what would be even cool, like, I know they always talk about, like, Sister Abigail, but to actually find someone to play as that would be even cooler than have Bray win more matches and stuff like that. I think it would be cool to at least see how the Wyatt family win some gold for once, like the tag team titles. I've been wanting to see that for the longest time.
Right.
Something like that.
I mean, and I've been waiting for a long time for Bray Wyatt to be some kind of champion, United States champion, Intercontinental champion. I mean,
Yeah.
or even a future WWE champion. But at the same time, though, David, people have gone down in history, Roddy Piper, Jake the Snake,
To not be a
okay,
world champion.
that they have never held a world title.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, these are the type of guys, they are so entertaining, they're so captivating, they don't need a title.
Mm-hmm.
But it would be nice to see them with one, despite the fact that they are a great character.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
So that is our, well, for
Yeah.
positives and negatives, the yin-yang theory
Yeah.
about the WWE at this time. And let's just refrain and go back and say that just because we think there is negativity in the product doesn't mean we don't love it any less. I mean, it's like a relationship, you know, it's like, you know, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like that. It's a relationship, you know, and I
It
mean,
could be as shitty as can be, and you can still be watching it.
absolutely, absolutely.
Or
I
you
mean,
can just watch the old stuff on the network or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, and like,
Play the
and
games,
there are
whatever.
some great things with the current product, but there's also negative, and maybe those negatives can be fixed at some point. We can hope.
Maybe somebody would be eating the booty-os. They would have some more positivity.
Absolutely, yes, yes. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, them writers, they need to eat their bootios big
Yeah.
time.
Definitely.
So, David, do we have anything else that we want to share with these folks at home that are
Um,
watching your channel?
Other than that, there's other stuff to come. The rest of the vlog will be up pretty soon. We're actually going to be doing something different, as you can see with the vlog leading up to that, where we have us making some belts.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. And that is actually going to be on my channel.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, people, like I said, they've been asking me to do a tutorial. And I'm going to take it step by step.
Yeah.
You guys are going to see.
You ask and you shall receive.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
You know, 9 times out of 10, I will probably finish the video. Because we're not going to get these belts done tonight. But
Yeah.
it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. And it's going to be great. So tune in to the Boston Fans 79 V1 channel. The Boston Fans 79 V1 network. Here on...
And you can drink some
Yes.
Angry
And
Orchard.
this video, by the way, ladies and gentlemen,
is a
has
sponsor.
been brought to you by the people from, let's see here, Walden, New York, the makers of Angry Orchard beer. Great stuff.
Yeah. But until then,
Yep. Take it home, David.
yeah, that has to do with this video. So definitely subscribe to Mr. Boston Fan. Follow him on Twitter and all that good stuff. And stay tuned for the next video and leave a video response to this one if you can. Till then, catch you guys in the next video. In the next video, whatever the hell
Yep.
that may be. Cheers.
Cheers.